What's going on, Guardians? It's your boy Debarian, back with another Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to go over the codename Frontiers and what the future looks like for Destiny 2. Paving the way for new frontiers. Today marks the 10-year anniversary of Destiny. We set out in 2014 to do something new and different for our studio. We've conquered the Witness, looted dungeons, ascended to the Lighthouse, and more, and now we look to the future. We're plotting our course to the stars through codename Frontiers. We closed a door with the final shape, but we are opening a new one and a weird one, an exciting one that takes Destiny to places it has never been before. We're building this future now and excited to share with you the first glimpse of it today. Alright, so we're going to look at this pretty closely. It's called Codename Frontiers. Your first expansion is going to be Apollo and Behemoth. So it looks like they're going back to the recipe for what they did for Destiny 1, which is basically 2 expansions and then 1 big one. Except for it's not going to have a big one like we had Taken King. So like we had Dark Below, then House of Wolves, and then Taken King in Destiny 1. So I'm actually happy that they're doing this. I much prefer the D1 route for content and for the roadmap, because they can focus on 2 expansions versus 3 episodes or 4 seasons. But it looks like we're getting seasons or major updates as well. So we're going to go over these real quick. So the first one's called expansion is Apollo, and it'll have a summer 2025 and a fall 2025 major update on both for that expansion. And then we got the codename Behemoth, which is going to be winter 2025 for a major update, and then spring 2026 for a major update. The expansion is going to include new stories, new locations, new missions, new weapons, new gear, new raids and dungeons. And the seasonal update will have new and reprised activities, new gear and artifact mods, new modifiers and challenges, and new sandbox meta and new events. And for the reward pass, which I'm assuming is called, or what they're going to be calling the season pass, exotic weapon and ornament, legendary weapon and armor ornaments, gear upgrade, resources, and cosmetics, and more. The roadmap lays out our plan for year 11 and beyond, with some exciting changes to our annual model. 2 expansions per year, 4 major updates of free content. So that's nice. We like free. Over the next few months, Okay, can we not do this? Over the next few months, we'll be sharing more info with you on Codename Frontiers, which is how we are describing major innovations coming to Destiny over the next few years, starting with our next expansion, Codename Apollo. We have several dev insight deep dives going live today, and we'll continue to add more to this list over the weeks and months to come. Today we also have. I wanted to read all this. Okay. Yes, we know it's our game. Okay, here we go. Below you will find a list of dev insight deep dives for various innovations coming with Codename Frontiers. We will be building upon this selection over the next few months with breakdowns of features and changes coming to Destiny. Core game activities, core game rewards, and the portal. Our vision for the future of Destiny 2. My name is Tyson, and the name direct... Yeah, I don't need to... This is all... Okay, here we go. We're really worried about the information that pertains to us as Guardians and consumers and players. So we're going to start with an annual expansions. We've loved creating annual expansions and especially proud of the final shape. But the truth is that they dominate all of our development. The truth is I can't talk. The truth is that they dominate all of our development effort. We need to free ourselves up to explore and innovate with how we deliver Destiny 2 content, so we can invest in areas of game that will feel more impactful to players. Starting next year, instead of 1 big expansion, we are going to deliver 2 medium-sized expansions. We know this. Yep. Seasons. With the change to 2 expansions per year, our seasonal model will be changing as well. Instead of 3 episodes, we'll be building 4 major updates every year, once every 3 months. Each expansion will launch alongside major update at the start of the season, and then the second major update will follow 3 months later to refresh the core game and with the new reprise content incoming, including activities, strikes, exotic missions, or entirely new modes like Onslaught. I personally like Onslaught, so I'm hoping that that's true. Rewards, weapons, armor, artifact mods, exotics, and more. New weekly events, new features, and combat meta and balance updates. Big seasonal resets still happen, but now twice a year alongside with the expansions. Each update will be a substantial refresh of the core game, bringing new activities and reward content. We are also excited to announce that, like Destiny 2 Into the Light, these updates and their content will be free to all players. Big W. We want Destiny to be easier for anyone to play or recommend, so we want to remove all major barriers to experience, which means we need to talk about the core game itself. Okay, that's also something I want to talk about. Getting my new Guardian and my new Lights and everybody that is like getting back into Destiny or coming back from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2, it is incredibly hard as a streamer and a content creator to welcome new people, because they're like, okay, you can download the game, but you need the dungeon key, you need the season pass, you need this expansion. Like, there's so many barriers that causes players to not want to play, because they're putting like $150 in the game when it's supposed to be free. The core game is Destiny always available, evergreen activity experience, and we need to fix two things. Approachability. First, Destiny is too complex. No kidding. With literally hundreds of activities, you practically need a PhD to decide what to play, how to get rewards you're looking for. We're going to start the fix by modernizing our activity UI, the director, to make it easier for everyone to find and launch into great activities, and we're reworking our reward model to make sure that all those activities offer meaningful rewards. Our deep dives on activities and rewards go into more detail on these changes in particular. Gear and challenge should matter. Even great activities stop mattering if the challenge dries up and the rewards aren't worth it. So, we're investigating in a greatly improved challenge customization system to let players of any skill range, to find the right challenge level for them, with rewards that improve based on the challenge level you take on. These won't be simple incoming damage increases either. The team is cooking up some great gameplay modifiers that give enemies some more exciting tools to mix up things up on every run. We will have a deep dive coming soon to show off some of these new threats, hopefully new enemies. As for the rewards, there will be higher tiers of the legendary gear. I think adept weapons and artifice armor that will be available from these higher challenges ranges a much wider variety of activities across both PvE and PvP. These two changes will help the core experience be easier to drop into, and much easier in terms of variety and pursuit of personal mastery. And they are a starting point for ongoing changes aimed to continuing to improve Destiny in these regards. The next multiplayer saga starts with Codename Apollo. Hello, I'm Allison, D2 Narrative Director. I'm Fresh Race. Oh, this is the woman that said that Limality is supposed to be the hardest GM when it's not. Start doing narrative direction for seasons in fall 2022. And my first D2 expansion was the Final Shape. We're proud of the Final Shape and the ending we created in Light Darkness Saga. We knew that the episodes of Follow would act as an epilogue, tying up Light and Dark's hanging threads. I can't speak today, but also setting up for what's next. The episodes close doors and open new ones, purposeful ones, and storylines that are set in place and prepare us for what comes next. And what is next in our saga? Just see teasers. What do we mean by Codename Apollo is non-linear? So this is basically saying that instead of Final Shape was go to point A, point B, point C, point D. You can go to point B, point A, point C, and point D. You can go all over the place and go wherever you want to go. It's basically what they're saying with this, which I like. That's what I liked about Destiny 1. I know it was super scattered, but Destiny 1 brought you to a planet. You went anywhere you wanted. Enemies could kill you. There could be question marks. There could be skulls. There could be all kinds of things that you'd have to overcome or go to another part of the planet or the destination and then grind out and then go back to that later. I personally like that because it made it feel like you were discovering and you were exploring the area you were going to. So that's a huge plus in my opinion. I don't like linear story. It's got to have some kind of like go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, not just go boom, 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 you're done with the story. I didn't like that much, to be honest. Plus, it seemed like it took a lot more effort than they were putting off with what they're saying here. Destiny is at its finest, was mysterious, weird, and not afraid to try new things. Exactly. That's one thing Destiny 1 had in spades. The shift to non-linear stories isn't something we're locking ourselves into, but it is a structure that fits Codename Apollo best. The narrative structure of the releases that followed will be quite different and structured to suit the game's experience. We want to continue to innovate with each expansion across both gameplay and narrative. Into the unknown. This all sounds like a big change, and it is, because when the rhythm of our story becomes predictable, or when characters in our world fail to change, that's how we create a situation, not a story. So how can we innovate? By telling a story that keeps up with our innovation, not one that slows it down. No kidding. That means an evolving world, giving space for new characters, growing and evolving factions, making sure the story we tell is in a world we have nurtured, and with characters who grow in turn. We believe in rewarding the player for paying attention without punishing someone for not knowing something. That way everyone gets to come along for the ride, no matter how deep in the lore they are. You'll see that approach starting with episodes and continuing to the multiplayer story. Personally, so far, I don't know if I like episodes. I think I preferred seasons and expansions better. That's just me personally, though. So when we think about a multiplayer arc, when we think about a multi-year arc, what does that look like? Think of it as a constellation of stories united by a single theme. We will show you what that theme is later, but suffice to say, we believe in it. Think of this multi-year arc as a web, not a line. Each release fits into the larger saga. We can't wait to take you on that journey. Story is easy to spoil, so I won't ruin the details for what the theme is in Codename Apollo is or what it's about, but I will give you something to look forward to. Apollo ends with the narrative gasoline that will prepare us into the next few years with a clear theme, goal, and destination that won't come at you as a straight line, but will be well worth the trip. I'll reward you. It'll reward you. It'll surprise you, and it'll take us places Destiny has never seen before. See you when the time is right. I'm hoping something big happens in episode 3 and we have to leave Seoul. I'm hoping we can go to new places. It looks like we're getting new destinations, not a new moon, not something like Europa, like a new destination we have not seen in Destiny 1 or 2. That's what I want. And with that, we come to a close. Well, a new beginning, really. Over the next few months, we'll be dishing out more deep dives and engaging in more conversation. We have no doubts the above breakdown of Codename Frontiers plans will spawn far more questions than we can answer. But we'll be looking to keep you up to date as we take flight. Keep an eye on the deep dive section as we'll be adding links to the further topics. Thank you again for joining us on the first 10-year journey in Destiny. We've been through so much, battling the darkness and stopping the witness. Now it's time to look to the stars again. It's time to imagine, to dream big, and explore what our futures can be within the universe. We have our heading and hope to see you join us along the way. Destiny 2 Dev Team. All right, that's a lot. And there is more to go over, but I'm not going to really go over it because I was more worried about the roadmap and what to tell my community. So it looks like it's going to be more accessible. It looks like it's going to have more playability for people that don't want to put money into certain content. Like right now, we have a huge problem. We have the dungeon key, we have expansions, we have the seasonal pass, we have all these paywalls that people can't play the game. My personal opinion, once an expansion is 1 or 2 years old, it should be free. It should be free. It should be added to the game itself, and we should not have to pay for anything inside that expansion, personally. But let me know what you think about this in the comments. If you want more deep dives like this and more reading like this, I know I had some hiccups, but it is what it is. We're not all perfect. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would you like more in-depth looks at what's coming in the future, updates, and stuff like that? But what do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, Guardians, and I'll see you Starside later.